Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala Sayyidina wa Nabiyana Habibi Ilahi Rabbil Alameen Abil Qasim al-Mustafa Muhammad. وعليه الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المظلومين ولعنة الدائم على أعدائهم أجمعين من الآن إلى قيام يوم الدين. أما بعد. السلام عليكم جميعا ورحمة الله وبركاته. Greetings and felicitations upon this auspicious occasion of the celebration of Imam al-Asr alayhi salam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bring this gathering a source of joy to the heart of our Imam, inshallah. I will not take much of your time. Ajaga is also waiting, and I'm also waiting to be inspired by his talk. Really appreciate the contribution of my brother Reverend Nadeem Nassar. Thank you very much, and thank you to Labbaik Ya Zahra and the organization to really give me an opportunity to be here with you all. One thing is for sure that is very much required by all of us is to really pay attention to the ways by which we could help the return of our 12th Imam. One of the ways that we could incline ourselves to the purpose and the reason of the 12th Imam to come. If we incline with his goal, with his purpose, why is he going to return? Then it means that we are working in that direction. So we have to look at ourselves, our actions, as earlier our Reverend mentioned in regards to being wise. This is something very much required. If somebody asks me, what are the signs of the return of the 12th Imam? I would say that one of the signs of the returns of the 12th Imam is to look at myself and how much of my aql, of my intellect am I using in my life. That is one of the greatest signs of the return of the 12th Imam. If I'm utilizing my aql, my intellect, in the service of humanity, in the service of deen, then that means that the zuhur is near. I am helping the Imam. Imam is waiting for his supporters to be there. That's number one. This is something very intellectual, metaphysical reality of the Imam, that we have to really reflect upon our own self. And my actions which I am doing, are these actions reflecting from the intellectual point of view sound actions or not? I was just having a go at with my brother Reverend, because brother, you have to go, you can please, I don't want to stop you, the cake is done. No, because we were waiting for his presence to be there when we cut the cake. So one of the things that we were discussing was that the cake cutting, for example, it's one of the colonial imperialist cultural reality that have become a sunnah of all our celebrations. So this is something that we need to reflect. From this little thing to this big thing. We call that we hate extremism, we don't like extremism, but we ourselves are the greatest extremists. Because extremism is a phenomena. Extremism is a reality, it's a phenomena. We all are extremists. That's the main reason why the religious extremists easily recruit us, because we are immune to extremism. An Imam is someone who will create harmony and balance, mizan. Right? Imam is against extremism. Imam doesn't want extremists to support him. Imam wants intellectuals, balanced people to support him. How are we extremists? How many social apps we got? Instagram, Twitter, WhatsApp, Viber. This is extremism. How many I need? I need just one. I just need one. Right? We have become extremists. A tea in Burj Al Arab cost 2 months of ration and food for maybe just say one family for 5 months in Bangladesh. This is extremism. Human society have become extremist. We are too extreme. A research scientist in for example, NASA, or if you want to call, I don't know, in cancer research, day and night he would work. He will sleep 6 hours, but at the same time you have kings and princes spending time on their vacation. Both are human beings. One person dedicating his life for humanity. On the other hand, this is what we have made ourselves. Our society have become an extremist society. We are not balanced. We are not balancing it. So balance is something that is needed in our community. In me, how I spend my time and how am I in terms of my aql, how am I really utilizing it? The other thing that I just wanted to point out to, one last thing, because I'm trying to give just the practical reality that we are faced with, ourselves and our children are. Being possessed is a reality. It has always been there from the time of Suleiman. There were ajinnah who would go, and possess people's life. And furthermore, there were jinns who would go up the heaven, get the future news for us, and inform us, and even try to do something about the future. Then Hazrat Isa alayhi salam were raised to the 4th heaven. They could only reach to the 4th. When the Prophet came, even that path was blocked to them, according to certain narrations that we find within the Islamic scriptures. So 2 things I want to point here. One is the question of being possessed. If I am possessed, then I will not be able to pay attention to the call of the truth, of the haqq. Somebody might be speaking the truth and haqq, trying to show me the reality. But as I am possessed, I will not pay any heed to it because I have been possessed. Our souls have become immune to being possessed. If you have a child and he is busy playing Xbox, while he's in the middle of the game, just turn off the Wi-Fi. Look how possessed he is. Hell will break loose for him. While we are doing something, our batteries goes off. We go crazy. We are possessed. That's the modern technology have possessed us. We are like this. Furthermore, not only that, before saying Bismillah, those shayateen who used to go get the news of the future, your navigation know already where you are going. So it's quite important that we pay attention to do these little things and how these things are affecting us. Our way of thinking, our way of discerning or deciding what truth is, what haqq is. In the dua which is after the ziyarat of Imam Jawad alayhi salam, Allahumma arini haqqa haqqa fatba'hu. Oh Allah, show me the haqq as haqq so that I follow it. Show me the batil as batil, evil as evil, so that I don't follow it. Do not mix these up for me. And the era and the time that we are living in is a time where everything is mixed up. And it's very difficult to really discern and decide and follow the truth. Because all the elements from outside are affecting us. Our choices are already made before we make a choice. So this is the time that we are living in. So it's very important that we come to a good understanding of our deen. As the Quran says, tafaqquh fi deen, educate yourself in regards to deen, in regards to the concept of occultation, in regards to the concept of waiting for the zuhur of the Imam, what are our responsibility, what we are supposed to do. And one of them which I pointed out to was to incline ourselves with the same mission which he has, which is for humanity, which is for love, which is for justice, which is for truth. And then discerning through our intellect, our aql, that where lies that haqq and truth. We might be impulsively doing certain things, this is all, and thinking that these things to be religious, but on the other hand it has some sort of choice which is already made for us. Finally, one last thing as a practical advice is that Sayyid Murtaza Kashmiri, the student of Sayyid Ali Qazi Tabatabai, he would advise his students that during the day, give 1 hour to the Imam during the day. Speak to him. Our belief is that he is physically present, just like how you and I. That's why there is this concept of zuhur, is not the concept of nuzul. Quran talks about nuzul of Isa in the Quran. It's not zuhur of Isa. Isa, there is nuzul of Isa. But in regards to the Imam is the zuhur. That means that Imam is somewhere here, or for example, if something happens here, somebody, may Allah give you all health, somebody faints, we will ask, who's the doctor here? We don't know. Somebody says, I'm the doctor. This is zuhur. The doctor is already here. So Imam Mahdi is his physical presence. He is with us. And what is required of us is that to communicate with him, to speak through him. I, Murtaza Kashmiri, would say during the day 1 hour should be given. If not, at least during the week, 1 hour during the week, which is Friday, which is the day of the Imam Zaman, where we recite Dua Nutba or we recite Ziyarat Ali Yasin. At least that day. I mean, the point is that are we serious or is it a joke? Are we serious about the Imam or what? As we believe that every action of ours is seen by the Imam, the action that I'm doing, is it really this action will please the Imam? I'm doing something on the phone, for example, or something by myself where nobody is around. If my father is there, if my senior friend is there, will I be conversing the same thing? Will I be seeing the same thing? If that person is there physically, I will not be doing that. So it's very much required for us to really see that every action, everything that I'm doing, everything that I'm thinking, the Imam is aware of it. This action of mine will please the Imam as he's there physically present for us. So this is something very much that we really need to reflect upon. The presence of the Imam, that physical reality of the Imam, as there are du'as, and I'm pretty sure that Sheikh Shumali may have pointed out to this because this is what he was discussing in the Hawza the other day, that there are du'as for the health of the Imam. There are du'as for the Imam, for the well-being of the Imam, so that we don't really make him weak. In regards to the life, yes, God says that I will protect him, but there's the question of well-being of the Imam. There's a question of Imam being hurt. And on the other hand, do we think that the shayateen, the evil forces, are just sitting and waiting for the match to come when Imam will come, they will have a fight in the boxing ring? No. They are continuously trying to hurt and make weak the Imam and delay. And we should not be the causes to weaken the Imam and to delay the reappearance of the 12th Imam. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept this little service of ours, inshallah, and reward us with the return of our 12th Imam and with the return of that higher presence of the Imam in our lives, inshallah. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina Muhammad wa alihi tahirin.